Three reasons and one voodoo signal why Bitcoin is just about to explode. In this video, I will tell you why I am going all in now and why Bitcoin could see an insane run the end of the year and early next year. So let's go into this very short video on Bitcoin. You all were asking me, Alex, when Bitcoin update, everybody was saying, hey, you do meme coins, you do all these other shit, you do Sonic, but what about Bitcoin? And you are right. Bitcoin is the grandfather of all cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is the one that will tell us if this market is going up or down in general. So let me check Bitcoin for you. And it is what it is. You only need to check Bitcoin once every month, once every second month, because it's moving slowly in comparison to altcoin narratives. And you see, Bitcoin has been building this insane bull flag. And this bull flag is the biggest that we have seen in Bitcoin's history. You can look back here on the chart that I have from Binance and you won't see any formation like this. You can also go to a longer chart from the which also has values from pre-Binance time, and you won't find any bull flag that lasts from basically end of February all the way to now. It's you see it, it's a weekly chart. It's over 30 weeks now that we're in this consolidation, in this bull flag. And what should make you major bullish firsthand is that we did not break below here. We did not break below this level anymore. The lowest point was this wick here, which was at around $49,000. So, and then we saw a trend reversal. And what is very interesting to look at right now is that we are above. We broke out from this bull flag and we are at the level where we lastly were in July. Important to say here is that we have not finished the week yet. So tomorrow is still a day, today is still a day. So we could look at the daily, and the daily chart is also indicating a trend reversal. And if you have looked into how trends usually work, they go from the shorter time frames to the longer time frames. So the turn in sentiment, the turn of direction, you see usually first in the hourly, in the 4 hourly, then you see it in the daily, and only after that you will see it in the weekly and finally in the monthly. So what we see here is clearly that we closed this day above. That could have been a fake out still. You see, we had fake outs like this here. We couldn't make it above here. We failed. We couldn't make it above here. We failed again. And and here we failed during a day, basically, to get up. It was even weaker. And then on the, what was it, Tuesday, we managed to close above, which could have still been a fake out. I wouldn't count one day for promise. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today, we are above it. So on the daily, it looks very, very promising. However, we still have to take out this level here from the July high. If we take this out, we're going to rip to the next higher one, and we will go above 70. But slowly and steadily, we are building up here. And if you look at the weekly looks super, super bullish. We just have to close somewhere here, and we see a clear trend reversal here. But let me show you another reason why it's really time for this bull market. And if we look back to the last time we saw this, maybe I locked this quickly. I think I didn't. Yes. So if we look back here, we see that until we took out this all-time high, it took quite a while, right? So let's measure from this halving of 2020 to how long it took that we really got through it. And it was just here, right? So it took us 31 weeks to get above after the halving. And this time we are time-wise, we are very much on the same spot. So let's look how long it is here. I think it was, yeah, it's 26 bars. So probably we have to wait a bit longer, but the 31st bar, it would be in November. So mid of November, if we have the same pace as in the last bull market, we should get above the former all-time high. And now you could say, hey, Alex, we're already above it, but I doubt that. I don't think that this is the real all-time high that we saw yet. I made another video on this. You find it here on my channel. I will link it up here for you, where I argue that we haven't actually been at the all-time high yet, even if it looks like that, because of all the inflation that we saw in this period. The real value of Bitcoin has never been higher as it was here. So we are still kind of here somewhat below like we were in 2020. And the real craze starts once we break above this 70-something level where the real all-time high was. And then we could just shoot up to 100 or 200,000. This is the theory of the time. And coincidentally, this is very interesting. We are in the we are not only time-wise in the 31st week that we could break up, but also in 2 weeks earlier than that, there is the US election, and markets hate uncertainty. And it's like this Trump versus Harris is a very, very important decision for the whole global financial markets. It's very different of what those two characters want. And I deeply believe that Bitcoin will be strong and we'll see a bull market regardless of Trump or Harris winning. However, the market wants certainty. The market hates to not know who will be president after that. So the US election certainly is in play here. And if we look further, I think it's on this week, right? So we know the new president beginning of November. So we have to wait 3 more weeks, and then we will know which direction we go. And this could really coincide with the great breakout suddenly after the election was done. And if you watched now, while I showed that to you, you could see the next indicator by yourself maybe, because it's down here below. You see that the RSI is showing that we are in an upwards trend. So RSI going slowly higher means usually that there is more room to grow. However, at some point, it's going to be overheated and then it needs to correct. But from here, as you look back here, you see that the lowest point in the last bear market, the RSI was higher than on this point here. And that means that there is a so-called divergence in play, where the RSI is slowly growing while the market is still dumping. And that usually means that the reversal is here. On the other hand, on the top side, if the RSI is becoming smaller, it means that the market might not grow anymore, but might dump. And that's what also we saw here actually, and we saw the bear market start. However, now we see that we clearly touched this trend line here, and we seem to go to the next level because, that is a very nice trend to the upside that we built here and that we form on the RSI. And last but not least, I will show you a voodoo sign, because many people would say, what the fuck? Yeah, but it is one of the best indicators that is out there. And it's if you put your candles to Heikin Ashi, and you can read about how Heikin Ashi works and how this is, why this is looking more harmonic. The trend is looking more like green candles, red candles, green candles, red candles. That's all because the Heikin Ashi candle, long story short, it starts at the average value of the former candle and not where it closed. So it's not dependent on like the last day or the exact point when the calendar basically shifts to the next month. So I usually turn this to the monthly, and here you see how Heikin Ashi works his magic. These candles here with the very short body and the long wicks, they are like a normal chart technique. They are candles that indicate that there is a trend reversal. While these long red candles or long green candles, they show that the trend is strong. And what we saw here showed us that the huge bull market is starting. The same here. We saw this candle with the long wicks. It was green in this case, so it was a bit stronger, but that doesn't really matter. And then we saw the bull market starting, basically. And what we see here is a super, super undecisive time, because we have 3 candles which look pretty much like they don't want to break down. And now we have this massive green candle building in October. And I would say so, like if this candle, if the October, the October candle closes with a nice green candle here, then chances are we really start a major trend. And this is has been true for most of the time. If Heikin Ashi goes green again, that doesn't mean that it's just a weak trend. It means it must be very strong on the monthly. And a green October would mean that we go to the moon. I would say, like, you need to be prepared to set your goals higher now, because after consolidating since February, 8 months, we have consolidated basically. There have so many Bitcoins changed hands from weak hands to stronger hands. I would really expect this run to be more insane than we thought before. And this being said, don't be bearish. Do your own research. This is not financial advice, but be aware that Bitcoin could explode anytime, and don't cry if you miss it. This being said, if you like that content, push the like down below, subscribe to my channel to help me out. And until next time, I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope that you also enjoy my other content. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.